All right.
Welcome to the new era.
Oh,
I am so ready for tonight's game,
you have a
and it's
St.
on.
John's hoodie?
It is on right now, right,
When the hell did you get that?
bro? I gotta say thank you to you. Welcome back to the 80 Sports Podcast, by the way. I gotta say thank you to you.
Wait, hold on. Before you get that in, roll it.
Yeah, Chris and Dylan on the mic, straight from Queens Turf. Podcast game strong, Jets, Knicks, Rangers, Murph. Mets and Yankees, dream Bronx to shade. In the city that never sleeps, sports don't play. NY faithful, we're repping our teams. Jets fly high and up and down both trains. From courts to fields, can't walk away. Queens talk sports each and every day. Chopped cheese breakfast, bagels by noon. Pizza slice nights over New York tune. Game stats fly while the meatball simmers. Chris with the takes, Dylan drops singers. Microphones buzzing like city lights. From Knicks brick shots to Rangers fights. Taste of NYC in every fight. Chris and Dylan, sports talk ignite.
Welcome to the Any Sports Podcast. We'll talk about anything at any given time, but
The main focus is always New York.
okay, proceed.
All right, so I gotta personally thank you. I'm going to the St. John's game tonight with cousin Matt.
Yeah, I'm extremely jealous.
I know you are, and if you were here, you know you'd be coming with me.
Mhm.
Honestly, I would rather have done what I did today in order to get this awesome fucking hoodie, than wait till I got to the Garden to see if they had merch.
Oh, tonight's game's at the Garden?
Yeah,
And it's not if they have merch. They're gonna have merch.
Yeah, I know, and I'm probably gonna get a hat or something, but it is what it is.
If there's something dope, pick me up some.
I got you, absolutely.
Then-
I went to St. John's University campus store today. I walked right in. I
Why?
told security, I was like, where's the campus store? He's like, oh, you gotta go on the other side where St. Thomas More Church is.
Yeah.
He's like, it's like right down the hill. This, and that. He told me there, and I get there, and
Wait,
walk?
the campus store? They
They moved it. It's on the bottom of the hill now by the
arena?
yeah, by the Carnesecca Arena.
It's always been there.
Oh, okay. So then they didn't move it. Dude, I walked down there. I walk in and I start looking around. First of all, St. John's has some of the nicest hoodies on the planet. I almost bought a $140 hoodie that was like an old school, like vintage gray crew neck with like the double red and white cuffs, the red and white here, and it just had a fat St. John's fucking logo on it.
Oh,
I was like, yo, that's fire. They had
the
the
STJ or the St. John's?
it just said St. John's University, like the old like 90s one. Fire. They had a fucking Red Storm baseball pullover, like the silk one, the satin one. They had those shits. Those were like almost $150. It's wild. But I picked up this little champion hoodie because I got a rep. I walk up to the.
Is it stitched on?
Yeah.
There's letters stitched on. That's fine.
Completely stitched on. Yeah.
That's great.
Originally $70.
Originally.
But you know how I am with older women, like older by like 70, 80. I flirt with them from time to time. I flirted with the lady in the front cashier, spoke to her for about 10, 15 minutes, told her that my stepbrother went to St. John's and his name is Dylan DeFranco. And she goes, so you don't go here? I'm like, no. I was like, and unfortunately, I can't get the student discount. She goes, so when did your brother when did he graduate? I was like, honestly, I haven't seen him in a while, and I don't really.
2015.
I was like, I didn't go to his graduation. I was like, I was out of town that day. She goes, oh my god, that's so sad. This and that. We're talking. She goes, you know what? I'll give you the discount. She gave me 25% off of this fucking hoodie.
I love it.
I was so happy. Like, I'm like, should I get more? Should I get more? I should have.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dylan. And
2015, just so you know.
2015 was when you departed ways with the Sausage Taco Johnnies. And
STJ.
we are now, we are now here in the era of hopefully getting ranked after tonight's game.
We're ranked already.
We're ranked already? All right, so we're good.
We got ranked after
top 20 or top 15?
We are ranked 20th last I checked.
Beautiful. Love that. So,
So
tonight,
I guess we'll just start with them since we're already on
fuck
topic.
it. Why not? We'll start with the St. John's. With the Saint Paul Peter Pan Johns.
Sure. So as you alluded to, they got a game tonight against Xavier at the Garden. Apparently, I did not know that part.
Oh yeah.
But we
got good seats too.
We're on really
section 212, center court.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Anything center court is pretty much fine at the Garden.
Yeah.
You have pretty good visibility. But we're on a 5-game win streak. We have. I know we've mentioned it in the past, but we've beaten Butler, Xavier, who we're playing tonight again.
Yeah, we kicked Butler's butt.
Villanova, Georgetown, and Seton Hall. Seton Hall, our last game, we were at Seton Hall. The kid from, was it Seton Hall or Georgetown? Shoot. Sorber? This kid's sick.
Sorber or Sorber?
Sorber, like sorbet, but with an R at the end.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he's from Georgetown.
Dude,
that kid's Sorber.
He had one job.
What's it called? Yeah, that kid is really good. I'm glad. Not to say I'm glad somebody got injured, but I'm glad that he had to miss a few minutes in the game against
I'm glad
Georgetown.
He fucking broke his foot. I'm glad, but I'm not.
He messed up. What's crazy is that he went down he freaking tore up his shoulder or whatever it was. Comes back in the game 5 minutes later, ready to go. He was hampered, but he was ready to go. But we beat Seton Hall 79-51, so nice dub. RJ Lewis put up 24. He was 9 of 13 shooting. I mean, he's just playing great ball right now. Other than that, it was relatively quiet nights from everyone else in terms of scoring and major stats and whatnot. Yeah. Zuby had 15. 15 and 9. So almost dub. And Kadari had 12, 6 and 5. So not a bad night by any stretch. Yeah, man, I just love what they're doing. It's really starting to click, and people are realizing their roles at the perfect time right now because we're, a month and change away from the tourney. So hopefully we just parlay this into 10th, or what were they ranked before that? UConn's 19th now ranked. This is what pissed me off that I was talking to Cuzzy Matt about. We have we're number 1 last I checked now we're number 2. We are tied for first with Marquette for the Big East.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we literally have the same conference and same overall record. We are tied for first in the Big East with Marquette. UConn is under us, and they have a worse record by a couple losses. And I'm like, man, it's just because UConn is a recent champion, and a big name, because they should not. Maybe one spot ahead. Yeah, maybe they could be one spot ahead of us in terms of rankings, but yeah, for a while,
New York always never. That's it. So
yeah, but for a while we were unranked, and they were freaking ranked 14th for a hot second. So that was pissing me off. But yeah, they're trying to see.
I want to point real quick.
Yeah.
What was the first thing that you added to the notes on the top?
What, don't be mindful of my ums?
Yeah, you've said 48 since we started.
Am I doing a lot? Yeah, it's tough. It's a crutch.
It's very tough. Yeah, it's definitely tough to keep yourself under control about saying things that you just say on a regular basis.
Let's get some fan. I want an counter.
Just a compilation of Dylan saying
Ding.
Shit.
So yeah, Xavier. Then we're back at Georgetown. It's almost like we're running the reverse of the last 5 games we just did. Right. But yeah, I'm excited for you guys to go. It's gonna be fire. Yeah, it's
my first St. John's game. I've never been to one.
Well, I wish you would have the on-campus experience of being at Carnesecca.
Yeah,
but St. John's is notorious for playing way better at the Garden. So you're going to get better basketball. We play a lot better at the Garden.
And I know they're loud as fuck, too. Their fans are fucking screamers.
Yeah, the Johnnies they're gonna come correct.
The Johnnies.
It's gonna be fun. I'm really
Bro,
I'm hyped.
Do you realize that they had a chance to make this the most like New York Italian name team? Like this could have been like the St. Johnny Ponies. Like this could have been some really shit, like some Italian shit that would have just been the ultimate, like, St. John Gabagools. That would have been fire. Are you kidding me?
It's
Your fucking mascot's a giant piece of fucking gabagool.
It's gabagool night at the Garden.
Oh my god, that would be hysterical. Everybody comes in with a St. John's hoodie, gets a slice of gabagool. From
you just hold your hand out and they slap a piece of deli meat on.
Here you go, kid. Have a great time at the game.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Hey, and if you could name 3 players on the team, you'll get a scoop of the guts right on top, right on top of the fucking slice.
And you just close it.
You just squeeze it and you just shove it in your face like a fat gavone.
Oh my god!
This turned into such a great start.
You got gabagool oil just dripping from your hand afterwards.
Oh god, it's just all over you. You just like, I'm gonna wear my stage with pride.
That's at security. At the ticketing, they hand you a napkin. Because you're expected to eat it. They give you
a fucking beach towel that's warm and wet.
Moist, not wet.
Oh shit.
But yeah, fuck. All right.
But anyways,
so we got STJ out the way.
Yeah. Now we're gonna go Knicks because we're just gonna keep it at basketball. Fuck it. Because you got the hat on, you got the Gotham hat on, which I like a lot. I do.
Real quick, we never got to shout this collection out. Kith did.
I was just about
such a sick job with this collection.
Yeah,
because they teamed up with the original designer. For people that don't know, they teamed up with the original designer of the Knicks logo, and the whole collection was comprised of unused Knicks logos that just hit the cutting room floor, so to speak.
Yep.
So this is like, I love unearthed, archived stuff like this. So like to see, like when I saw this collection and I copped the pieces I did, it was so sick.
That logo that you have on your hat
so sick.
Would be a sick fucking tat.
I love it. Yeah, 100%.
That would be a sick tat.
I love when you either have to spend a minute. Like I don't love big logos on my clothes usually, unless it's one of my teams. Then it's the exception, but
the bigger the logo, the better.
I love this because you can't just see it at a glance and be like, "Oh, it's the Knicks." You have to like kind of look for an extra second.
Like, wait, what?
Oh yeah, shit! It's like that's not the Knicks. Yeah,
because it's not a typical Knicks logo, right? It's fire. It's honestly
on the
dope.
back.
I like.
I kind of wish they did a little something up here or symmetrical here with another,
you could
another
do, right?
Knicks embellishment, but
you could do, right?
What?
Just go to lids and have it customized.
I feel like that's sacrilegious to a hat like this.
Okay, so then don't. Go fuck yourself.
I won't. You know who you got to go see at lids if you do that though.
Yeah, Engelbert Humperdinck.
Hey,
I heard he's in the front desk.
No, they got him in the back now.
Hey, yo.
He's doing. He's organizing the shelves back there.
Shit.
He's come a long way. He was an NFL prospect, 9 months ago, and now he's at lids.
What the fuck is happening with this podcast?
Great things.
Oh fuck. Oh man. So we're gonna talk. We're going to talk a little bit of Knicks, and then we have, well, at least I know I have a lot to say about the NFL and the MLB. Because, that's just about it. So the Knicks. The Knicks have been worrying me, making me happy, making me upset.
We've won back-to-back in 2 fairly satisfying games.
Yeah. Yeah, we won last night against the Nets. It was definitely a nail biter. We should have fucking smoked them.
Yeah,
because basically the only guy that was scoring was Cam Johnson.
After a great game by Cap in the Atlanta game, I don't know what happened. It was weird. He didn't play himself, but I mean,
neither did Cap. Cap had 9 points in the fourth quarter. Like in total, in the fourth quarter. By then he had 9 points, and then he kind of went off at the end.
He ended up getting to 17 points. Most of those were in the fourth.
Yeah.
Right in that little stretch. Cat had 25, 25 and 16. OG put up 20. on a plus 16, which is really nice. Landry Shamet was plus 10 off the bench. He was the highest plus minus
Yup.
in the team other than
Honestly,
OG.
I'm gonna give a quick shout out to a player on the Knicks that is very beloved by us. Doesn't get the appreciation and the support that he should from the rest of the league, from the rest of fans, and that's Josh Hart. Okay,
Oh, Josh Hart gets a
I
lot of
love
love,
Josh
but
Hart so much.
he's
I never want him to leave this team.
I don't think he's going anywhere. Not as long
I don't
as
think he's gonna go anywhere either.
Jalen Brunson's here. And
Yeah,
I feel like now first of all he showed his worth. So it's like he has leverage in terms of negotiations.
I mean,
I hope that Leon Rose doesn't like I don't know, think too much and end up like trading him because of how good his value is.
do not just
I
give that
don't
man a bag, bro.
it's Brunson's best friend. You can't trade him. It's almost like the Tenakumpos, you
Dude,
know.
he is such a fucking great. Like I can't
He's
even say
insane.
good. He is such a great
Best play
defensive rebounder.
Best play last night was grabbing the I don't know if you call it a rebound or a loose ball. It was like kind of an in-between scenario, but he
What, the last
grabbed it.
shot to tie it?
He grabbed it and he had maybe just his big toe in
He had his
bounds.
foot like this, and he went with the
Yeah.
wall. It was
It had to have just been the big toe section of his sneaker because
Yep.
nothing else. He was falling.
No.
He was
It
90%
was
falling out of bounds.
it was his left foot. I'm pretty sure he was leaning on his pinky toe.
Oh, pinky toe. Okay.
Because dude, like
Yeah, because he was
foot,
facing the ref.
the line
Yeah.
was right here. His foot was right here, and he was going like this.
That was almost as good as the time. Have you ever seen when Josh Hart he saves the ball from going out of bounds, and his foot is like this, and the rest of his body is literally the rest of his body is horizontal, and his foot is the
Yes.
only thing stopped. That play is insane. So
Hart,
he does this every now and then.
Josh Hart should be considered one of the best,
I almost wish he was a bench
role
player so he could
players.
get an
like a
award.
6-man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He honestly, if this team was last year's team, no, he might still not be a 6-man. He might. But once whatever trade we make later this season goes down, he may be relegated to a bench. That's just my guess, is that we trade for a player that clogs up the rotation to where Josh Hart has to go on the bench. But anyway, we beat Brooklyn, but even more so, we beat the Hawks. And that dirty Q-tip.
The Q-tip lollipop puby fucking Trey fucking Young. I hate him so much.
That was an extremely satisfying game because I didn't love the way that they played, especially to end the first half. They gave up a little lead and then they went down by 8 going into the half. But the thing I loved the most, this game, you could see that this game meant more to them in terms of Knicks Hawks.
It was personal.
Almost none of these players, I think Mitchell Robinson would be the only one, were a part of the 21 playoff team,
right?
Where the Hawks bounced us, and that's where the hatred began.
Yep.
So this seemed like these current Knicks players were starting to buy in. Like, yeah, these Hawks are pretty fucking irritating.
Yeah,
like,
they are.
We need to cut this out. So
and that whole dice roll shit that Trey Young did the last game.
I don't even want to talk about that because. Yeah,
I was biting my fucking knuckles when he did that.
Jalen Brunson is the biggest professional I've ever seen, probably in sports, because
he's definitely not in New York. I can tell he's from Jersey.
No, it's not even that. It's just that
because a real New Yorker would have snuffed Trey as soon as he did that. Yo, come here, son.
I give him credit for holding his cool because you have Hartenstein saying I wouldn't have allowed that on my court. That's great and all. I think the way to live is cooler heads prevail. So if where are the Hawks going to end up at the end of the season? Where are we going to end up at the end of the season? Anything Trey Young does is going to be a moot point. So, I think that Jalen Brunson, he handles things correctly, but it's funny because when asked if the dice roll kind of pissed them off, he was like, you know what, the best thing we could do, the only thing we could do is beat them.
What was that?
That's the only deterrent.
The what deal? What was it?
The what?
The what?
The dice roll.
Oh, why do you got to do it on an angle? Take it easy. This is also a kid's show. What? It's not a kid's show. It's not a kid's show at all.
So no, you
look like you're artificially inseminating a horse. Stop.
You do the dice and then you throw the dice, right? That's how it goes.
Fucking pause, bro. Oh my god, no. But honestly, you're absolutely right. I think that Jalen is a class act. He's just a
He's
class act.
incredible.
He's
And
like
what?
Lindor. To me, he's a lot like Lindor.
Yeah.
Lindor shuts up and he plays the game.
And the
He
biggest thing
lets his game do the talking.
the biggest thing Jalen Brunson did though was he said what we have to do is beat them. Went out, dropped 34.
He didn't give a fuck. He was like, you know what? I'm not gonna give into this bullshit.
No.
Stupidity that this fucking Q-tip head
Cat didn't have a great game that game. But
he was getting cooked by Cat. Trey.
He was getting cooked by Cat?
Yeah, bro.
Cat?
By Cat. Yes, Cat was defensively cooking him on the skillet like a wok.
Yeah. Well, Mikal Bridges was really the one putting the clamps on.
Obviously, yes. He didn't want to pay the congestion price, so he stayed on the other side of the bridge. But
my favorite thing was when we came out of halftime and we just put the foot down. We were like, nah, y'all ain't doing this anymore. Mikal Bridges, I think, scored our first 13 or 14 points, whatever it was. And yeah, it felt like it was over from there. They made it a little bit of a game. The dude Okongwu on the Hawks is fantastic. Dyson Daniels, who early the other games this season has put the clamps on Jalen Brunson. He got cooked and he got teed up, which was fun.
Yep.
But yeah, so one thing I wanted to point out. Oh, first of all, how do you feel about Cat? I think this was during the Philly game. I don't think we ever got a chance to speak. I don't think we ever got a chance to speak about this.
Yeah, no, we didn't even talk about that.
How do you feel about wearing the Eagles top and then changing into the Knicks one?
All right. Considering the fact that Cat is a New Yorker, Dominican, NYC raised.
I understand
that should have never been in your wardrobe to begin with.
I understand Brunson being a Philly fan.
Yeah, that's fine. If Brunson does that, he gets a pass because he's an actual fan. He's been a fan his whole life. But
where does Cat come from being an Eagles fan?
Wow. Don't get me wrong. The Kelly green is a nice color because the Jets got the same green.
It's a different green.
It is a green. It's like ours is a little darker.
Way different green.
Yeah, but also Dylan does not stop eating on this fucking podcast.
Matcha Oreos.
Oh, you're disgusting. Get away from me. But the fact that he changed into
it was a bitch move.
It was a bit of a fucking bitch move. You kind of played it safe. You could have just changed into like a regular outfit, but you changed into a New York or Nowhere Kith Collection rugby shirt.
It was a bad look.
It was a nice shirt, but it was a bad look.
I'm on the same boat as you. I don't understand why he's a Eagles fan. That's almost like, oh man, I don't think he listens to the pod, but if he does, it doesn't matter. Because my brother-in-law, we were watching the football games on Sunday, and he starts rooting for the Eagles. I'm like, what are you doing? Because up to this point, he has already made it clear that he is a New York fan. He roots for all New York teams. I don't want to get into it, but yeah, he'll root for both Jets and Giants, and then he's rooting for Phillies versus whoever I'm forgetting they played at this point. But
LA.
Okay, yeah. And he goes, yeah, gotta root for East Coast on this one. I was like, no, you don't. No, you do not. That's the one team.
Whoa.
That's the one team from both fan bases, the Eagles and like the Patriots. Like, no. Yeah. Or if you're talking about these playoffs. And then the following game, he's rooting for the Bills.
I mean, listen. Okay. Just like that, the way that we're talking about this, we're going to slide right into the NFL.
What do I do in this scenario? But wait, before we move on, I just want to point out that got a couple tidbits. We have the hardest remaining. I didn't.
I know, but I'm saying I'm giving you a heads up.
The Knicks have the hardest remaining schedule in the NBA going forward, which is great. That's
a fucking surprise.
That's going to be fun. Just like the refs try to screw us, the NBA also tried to screw us.
Oh, thank you, Adam fucking Silva.
Something we really need to tighten up is that the Knicks are 27th in three-point defense, which is very apparent because teams drain threes on us.
Yeah, because we leave players wide open too often. Way too often.
If one last thing I'll say is if the Knicks this might be our stat from last year where it was if we score 105 or that whole stat.
Oh, la, oh, la, la.
30 or more assists, and the Knicks are 13-1 on the season, or 16-1.
30 or more assists in total?
In a game, yeah, in total.
From the team, okay.
Yeah. If we get 30 or more assists, we're 16, actually probably 17-1 now. I didn't check I didn't check the stats for the last game.
That sounds good. Well, your brother-in-law seems like a bit of a problem. Because he doesn't know anymore at this point.
He's worn Yankees and Mets gear.
That's fucking diabolical.
I don't think he actually has Knicks gear, but he's worn Nets gear.
Has he worn a Yankee hat with a Mets shirt?
Not in front of me.
Oh my god! Please tell him I don't want him to get stabbed.
I can't tell him anything. He's also in Charlotte, so it doesn't. It's not.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's not. How many Met and Yankee fans are really in Charlotte? You know what?
A lot.
Okay, never mind.
There's a lot of New Yorkers down here.
Tell him to keep a bat in his trunk with a baseball club. But just like that, talking about football, we're gonna move on to the NFL, which I have breaking news right now at time of recording. Oh. Aaron Glenn is the new coach of the New York Jets.
No way.
Yep.
Holy shit! I just refreshed ESPN.
Yep. Aaron Glenn, people.
Wow.
So this is the Aaron Glenn era for the New York Jets. Hopefully a brother can put these motherfuckers in shape because I'm tired of seeing the Jets suck.
I can't believe I called that.
No, you did. That was That was beautiful. He's a great pickup. I am
genuinely curious as to who the rest of the staff will be. I'll tell you, I know Mark Brunell is a name floated on that Glenn.
Mark Brunell, really?
Because he was the quarterback's coach at Detroit.
Nice.
So Brunell is rumored is.
Oh no! Wait, hold up. Brunell's going to the Patriots with Vrabel, bro. They already said it.
Since when?
Yeah, they said it this morning.
That must have just happened.
They said it this morning, actually. I'll tell you right now. Actually, I'll double check it for you right now because I just saw it before. They said that he's been eyeing him for weeks now about it, and that he might be the next one to go. Let me see.
I don't see anything.
When did I see that?
It might be a rumor, but I don't think it's official yet.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The Lions D-line coach, Terrell Williams, might be going to the Patriots.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't hear anything. So Aaron Glenn is reportedly Mark Brunell is reportedly who Aaron Glenn would like to be the OC. I think that Josh McCown should also be strongly considered. I love what he's done.
Absolutely. McCown was an underrated quarterback. He really was. He was a very versatile quarterback.
Oh, he was fantastic.
With every team he was with, honestly.
He just didn't have that half an extra gear
that
propelled him above most quarterbacks. But the other rumor is that Glenn also wants a seasoned former head coach as his DC.
Okay.
Which makes a lot of sense just in terms of having that presence in the locker room.
Of course.
So who knows, maybe if
bring back Robert Saleh?
If Rex Ryan absolutely not. If Rex Ryan can swallow his pride, that might be a thing.
I could see Rex doing that, sure.
Yeah, Rex is not getting obviously not now with the Jets, but I don't think he's getting a head coaching. Coach so
but I think that would be a good trio, you know?
I think it would
work,
now,
Glenn and Ryan.
Aaron Glenn could get advice from Rex Ryan for head coaching stuff. I think it would work. Next thing is to figure out who the actual quarterback is. That's a big thing. And then at the top of the food chain under the owner, we have GM. We need to figure out who our GM is going to be. I think it's going to be what's his name? Who the
Lions GM?
Was it the Lions GM?
They said it might have been the Lions GM.
Lance Newmark? No, the Commanders assistant GM. That's who he is. Well, that's who he was. He was the Commander's assistant GM. He was a part of the Lions front office. So him and Aaron Glenn know each other, and Aaron Glenn apparently loves him.
Right.
So I'm guessing that's going to be the hire.
That would be a smart move. Yeah.
I like this because Aaron Glenn has skin in the game. He was a Jet.
Mm-hmm.
He's everything I've heard basically just in the last 48 hours. Like you hear more come out about how he went up the system like through the ranks the right way. He did tape.
He never got the easy way in.
He did quality control. He told everybody, no, let me earn my way up. Like he did it the right way, and I really respect that. And I've heard him talk about, a few different subjects. Head coaching is one of them, and I love the way the dude talks too. I think this guy is going to command respect right away, and I not to get my hopes up just because I'm completely battered as a Jets fan, but just talking from a non-biased point of view, I love the hire. I think he's a dude. I think you need.
I think he's a dude, and she's a dude.
And we're all dudes.
She's a dude.
But I think he's somebody that can command a locker room and gain respect, and I think that's one of the biggest things you need in a head coach is a leader of men. And I said I think it was the last episode that I don't think offensive or defensive minds truly matter anymore. I think for the head coach, you just need a guy that the guys will follow around or rally behind, and then you get
basically a guy that these players will die on the hill for, and he has to have some type of respect and authority on top of that, and not just be friends with their players. But now that we're talking NFL, guys, we are going to start talking about more than just New York teams.
Yes, we should have brought this up at the beginning of the pod.
But we should have, but we're going to bring it up now.
I wanted to, but you got me too excited about the St. John stuff.
About the Sausage Johnny tacos.
So yeah, we're going to flower.
Moving forward.
We're going to flower, if you will.
Yeah, we're gonna flume.
Anyway.
Fuck am I saying?
We're going to, because our tagline is we'll talk about anything at any given time, but the main focus is always New York, which means that there's an overarching focus.
Yeah.
So,
but there's no reason why we can't expand and talk shit about other teams.
That's the point I'm trying to make, is that it's also called the any sports with any,
which means any sports,
right? But any. Also subliminally standing for always New York. So we are going to expand into talking about, major headlines across all sports. But
always coming back to New York.
We'll always come back to New York. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, what do you think this now does? Because now the 1, 2, and 3 options in terms of head coaching gone. You have Vrabel going to the Pats. You have Ben Johnson going to the Bears for $13 million. And then I'm curious as to what Glenn's contract looks like. But
me too.
Not that it matters. It's not like it's a cap thing. But what, do you think Robert Saleh goes to the Jags now? Because that's rumored to be a thing.
I think he does. I think they have a good defense over there. They have a solid defense.
You're talking about the Jags? The Jags have a good team.
Yeah, they have a good team.
Trevor Lawrence is kind of a question mark, but he's shown that he can be.
Do we know who their backup is?
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, another what if, another big what if. Honestly, look, I could see Saleh going to Jacksonville, definitely. But honestly, I don't know. I mean, it could go either way. They could pick up anybody who's left at that point. But I did want to start talking about the NFL playoff edition, because we are in the playoffs right now.
Fuck the Bills.
Okay, first of all, we have to root for the Bills.
Absolutely not.
Hold up.
I don't have to do shit.
I am fucking tired of the Taylor Swift, Patrick Mahomes, and the refs against the whole fucking league.
I told you. I don't know if I told you on the pod, but I'm all for the Chiefs three-peating.
Don't fucking start.
I want to see history.
Fuck history. Fucking Patrick Mahomes is gonna be history.
We're gonna get
I hope Milano fucking takes his head off.
We're gonna get a rematch of Chiefs Eagles. That would be honestly worst case scenario.
Listen, I have had it with the fucking favoritism with these refs and Patrick Mahomes. Okay. Did you watch the game on Sunday? I mean, on Saturday?
Not all of it, but stars get calls. You also have to actually, like, okay, if you're the
but
Texans,
nobody gets calls like Patrick Mahomes do. Absolutely not.
I agree, but that's not the reason
Jared
they
Goff
won.
got laid the fuck out and had a concussion midway through the game, and there was no call.
It's not the reason that you win, though. I mean, the Jared Goff one with a concussion, maybe, but
of course it is.
No, I don't think it is. Dude, because if you're
hold up, but did you see the roughing the passer call that they put on him?
On who?
On Mahomes. They did a roughing the passer where he slid late, and the two Texans D linemen hit each other helmet to helmet, and they called it a fucking roughing the passer.
So, okay, so that's great. But if you're the Texans, you still turn the ball over. What it was like 3 or 4 times.
No, that doesn't.
It plays
that
a
doesn't
huge
justify.
factor.
That doesn't justify.
I'm not saying
it's played like shit.
I'm not justifying, the refs and Mahomes. That's whatever. We can't even. There's no point to discuss that because whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. If the Texans had played a better game, they probably would have won, regardless of the calls.
Yeah.
So, yes, the Chiefs get calls, but they also legitimately find ways to win. And Andy Reid is one of the best tacticians in the game.
He is.
So,
listen. I don't have anything against Andy Reid. I really don't. I liked him when he was in the Eagles. I liked him when he was with the Chiefs.
Just Kermit?
But I just don't like Kermit the Frog. I don't like him. I don't like his fucking cockiness. I don't like his hair. He looks like a fucking Brillo pad, like a mop. And he has a headband. He looks like a fucking mom at soccer practice.
Also, poor execution by Houston because what does Travis Kelce do this time of year every year for the past 5, 6, 7 years? He balls the fuck out. He finally wakes up if he's having a bad season and he balls the fuck out. So
it's like playoffs to him is the time where he flips the switch and he's a fucking a top 2 tight end of the fucking league.
But if you're anybody on the Texans, you should know that and you should game plan for it. And it seems like the Texans were they
weren't prepared for him.
We'll see what Kelce does.
They weren't prepared for him. They really weren't.
So you're telling you can't give me that bullshit that the refs are what gave the game to the Chiefs.
Dude, Kelce was just going off.
I think the refs make it easier for the Chiefs to win, whether there's a bias or not. Yeah. But the Chiefs, I truly believe, find a way to win. They're great. They have greatness on their roster and in their coaching and everything.
They have a fucking frog for a quarterback.
But yeah, I don't believe that the refs are the sole thing. I think the Chiefs find ways to win.
So as you guys might already know, the Chiefs get the win over Houston. And honestly, it's the same shit all over again. Okay. The Chiefs win against the Texans, the Bills in a crazy game.
I want to say this officially on air. Mark Andrews' career is over.
Yeah, I don't think Mark Andrews is allowed to go to Baltimore anymore.
His career is shot. He's been declining for a minute now. I was talking to my buddy about this who had Mark Andrews as a fantasy tight end.
Oh my God.
I think it was last year or something like that. But he's just not himself.
He used to be very good.
Oh, he was incredible. He was top 2.
He was a very good tight end.
He was inarguably top 2, and he's just fallen off the last couple of years, and that was the culmination of it. They had a chance to score it. Yes, the Bills would have had, I think, a minute and a half to answer and get a field goal, but you assume that game probably goes to overtime if he converts that 2-point conversion. Mark Andrews has it dead in his mitts and just drops it.
Also,
and that's not the reason they lost, though, because
I'm going to tell you exactly why the fuck they lost.
And interceptions.
Number one was that Mark Andrews fumble.
Yeah,
now Mark Andrews fumble, he should have never fucking moved when he caught the ball.
No, Lamar Jackson's fumble was really bad too because it looked like he got spun around by a defender and it looked like he just dropped it.
Yeah.
Like you crack an egg, you bring both parts and just dropped it.
So that was 1. 2, I'm sorry, but is Ravens fucking team is your fucking running back, not Derek fucking Henry. Are we doing the Pete Carroll shit again?
Yeah.
Where he didn't punch it in with Marshawn? You have one of the best running backs in the league, and you don't punch it at the fucking at the goal line for a 2-point conversion?
I don't disagree, but look at the results. They had it. They had it in the
Yeah,
end
but they
zone.
had it. But guess what? They probably would have got the fucking 2-point conversion if he would have just crubbed a little quick dive.
Derrick Henry was having a shit game before that for the most part. He wasn't
Dude,
that
he was
effective.
having a great game. What are you talking about?
All right, what are his numbers? Because he was not eclipsing 100 for most. Yeah, he didn't even eclipse 100. He had 84 yards and a touchdown.
Didn't matter. He
On
had a
16
touchdown.
Okay, the
That
problem
guy's
is
unblockable.
the problem is that he only had 16 carries. He should have at least 20 in a game
more.
that big.
Absolutely.
But this is Derrick Henry too, though. Derrick Henry does not come up big, just like Lamar Jackson doesn't come up big in big games.
Lamar definitely fumbled the complete bag.
Literally fumbled. Like, yeah, it's just not.
It's sad because he's such a great player, but he freezes up in the playoffs. He's terrible.
And then he likes to say, "I'm sick of this shit" or whatever in the post game. Like, bro, you are big part of the reason.
You're like half the reason why they lost.
Well, not even just this year, just like
in general.
Quarterbacks overcome that, most of that stuff. They should be able to.
But
it's not a good look. I don't know if I mean, I guess I have to be able to see them make it to this stage again. Like
they'll make it. I feel like they'll make it. It's a matter of.
I just have a bad taste in my mouth that this was just a bad loss because they very well could have won this game. The Bills didn't play a great game for the most part. That's a bad loss. But honestly, in the other conference, Jaden Daniels is incredible.
Jaden Daniels is. I'm sorry, Jaden Daniels has my official pick for Super Bowl champion. He's gonna fucking win with. Watch, he's gonna fucking do it. He's
phenomenal. They won 45 to 31.
How do they do that against a team that good?
Well, that's because the Lions defense is absolutely decimated.
Right, but at home.
Who was at home? The Lions?
The Lions were at home.
I forgot.
How do you fuck up a team that good all year round at home?
He's a generational player. That's what it is.
And you know who could have had him? The New York Giants.
Yeah.
Because I saw a fucking video of Joe Shane.
You
saw him, right? About his son. Get Jaden Daniels. You're gonna regret it if you don't.
Yep. He said, whatever
sometimes,
you do,
guys,
trade up.
You should listen to your fucking kids.
He said, whatever you do, trade up for Jaden Daniels. And then he also, I think the son is also, or no, was it the son and the owner or just the owner that said to re-sign Saquon? That's looking real bad because Jaden Daniels and Saquon Barkley are in the fucking championship game now.
Yep. It is basically a Giants nightmare. A Giants fan's nightmare, guys. It is the Eagles going up against the Commanders on Sunday. And honestly, let's go Commanders. I want the fucking Commanders to fucking decimate the Eagles.
I'm pulling for the Commanders, but
Saquon is just so fucking good.
Cause he mad that turned into a Saquon love fest last episode.
Yeah.
Well, here it is again because Saquon's so freaking good.
Saquon is a fucking
How many yards did he have? I thought
he had 205 yards.
I was gonna say I thought I heard that he had 200.
He had a touchdown that was like 68 yards and one that was 75 yards. He's
absurd. He's single-handedly
and in the
carrying.
snow, it is coming down and he's running, dude. That last 72 yard or 73 yard, he comes in dead middle. Lane Johnson moves, like shuffles the fucking line over to the right, and Saquon goes left, straight, and he's running, dude, and he's just going bah, 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 smacking his helmet because he knew that he had fucking got. That was that 205 yards, and he knew. He's like, I'm here, bro. Like, this is the team that I should have been with from the jump. When you find your team,
it's magic.
You find your team.
It's magical.
This kid is fucking amazing.
I very well think that the Chiefs could lose against the Bills just because the Bills seem like a winning team finally this year, like a true winning team. KC right now, it's basically a pick-em in terms of odds. They are favored by 2 against the Bills, and Philly is favored by 6, so it's basically a touchdown.
I'm talking directly to Josh Allen right now. If you listen, you don't, I know you don't. You have a hot ass fiance.
Haley Steinfeld.
You have a hot ass fiance, dude. You're winning on all fucking aspects.
I didn't realize how long his hair was.
Yeah,
during the game, his hair was like coming.
He's got that Pantene shit now. Listen, he's gonna get a sponsored deal for fucking some shampoo company, and you're coming home to Haley Steinfeld every day, okay? Do me a favor, kid. Be the hero we all want you to be. Beat the fucking bricks off of Patrick Mahomes and make it a Bills Commanders Super Bowl. Then I will root for the Commanders.
There's no realm unless it's like Bills versus Patriots in the AFC Championship game. But there's no realm in which I root for the Bills because they are our rival, and yeah, absolutely not.
But you gotta understand something. I understand where you're coming from because that's the way I am with baseball and the Braves and the Yankees and
be that Phillies. Way with every team.
Hold up. But listen.
No.
Bills fans have never given us a reason to hate them.
They're the Bills Mafia. What, it's easy to hate them.
No, it's not. It's not as easy to hate them as much as it is to hate the fucking Chiefs. Anyways, Taylor Swift sucks.
I feel like Chiefs fans aren't bad.
Chiefs fans suck grilled cheeses down in the parking lot. I don't care. Listen to me. I have a serious hatred for just the colors of red and yellow. I stopped going to McDonald's. I'm not going to do this anymore. No more fries. I'm being serious.
There's no real reason for you to hate the Chiefs.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't.
T-Swizzle.
So what?
I hate her music. I hate her. I hate that she turned Travis Kelce into a fucking dad mowing the lawn in fucking New Balances when he was a gangster with a nice faded beard, earrings. Yo, smooth daddy motherfucker. He was a cool looking dude till he got with Taylor Swift and her white fucking blunt bodied looking shit. And then he just turned into, hey guys. Hey guys, I'm feeling 22, guys.
Bro. He was very good in the show Grotesquely on Hulu on FX.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it. But honestly, all jokes aside, a Bills Commanders Super Bowl would be one to watch. It would definitely be a hell of a fucking game to watch.
I think that's probably the juiciest story out of any potential matchup. I'm just a big, I love seeing historical things.
You think it's going to be Eagles fucking Chiefs?
No, I wouldn't mind. I think the better game would probably be maybe Commanders Chiefs, just because the Commanders can put up points. And the Chiefs defense is really good. I think that'd be a hell of a battle.
Dude, I want to see Saquon go up against the Chiefs defense. That would honestly be insane.
That's something that the Eagles didn't have the first time around when they played the Chiefs a couple of years ago.
And I don't think that their line is going to keep up with Saquon. I'm sorry, but I don't think there's a way that Chris Jones maybe can keep up with Saquon.
Chris Jones is fucking amazing.
Chris Jones is a monster. Yes, absolutely. I give him his flowers now, but that's just one player.
I don't know. It's honestly, this just seems like it's going to be a good Super Bowl regardless of who's in it. There's no lame duck team that made it all the way to the championship game this year, really.
Yeah, but you got to understand something. I'm telling you right now, and I'm calling it right now. If the Kansas City Chiefs win again, the fucking league is rigged. That's it.
I think that.
Yeah, but you want the Chiefs to win. You ain't hate to win. The fuck out of here. Fuck Tom Brady, fuck the Patriots, and fuck the Chiefs and Pat Mahomes. They're basically the same people. They're the same fucking people.
I don't have a dog in the race. It's just the only thing
dogs. Stop playing. Stop playing with me right now.
The only emotion I feel is the Bills because they're our rivals. That's it. But
yeah, but you gotta understand something. Think about this, okay? Technically speaking, that is the only New York team. Who are we? We are the Any Sports Podcast. We have to support the New York teams.
It's not real New York.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Is it Buffalo, not the fucking city upstate in New York?
No, I don't.
Where the fuck are the Jets and Giants, bro?
You've agreed with me.
They're Meadowlands.
You've agreed. Okay, I don't want to talk about that. That shit still makes no sense to me. They're still named New York, though, so that's what I have to go with. And they're closer to Manhattan, so way closer by hours and hours and hours. I'm just saying, geographically, at least it's still.
But you're not from Manhattan. You're from Queens.
The Jets could have been.
Yeah, coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Was it Manhattan or Brooklyn? It's Manhattan.
Jets?
It was Manhattan.
What?
They were going to build a stadium in Manhattan for the Jets.
They were?
How'd you not know that?
Yeah,
they were going to.
I don't even know what that was.
I think it was the Lower East Side. They were going to build the new stadium for the Jets. This was like 15 years ago.
What, Governor's Island?
No, it was in Manhattan.
On Manhattan, on the island
Yeah.
of Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck did they get all that real estate from?
They were gonna make it work. It's where all the new stuff on the Lower East Side is basically. So
Like Hudson Yards and shit.
That was all crap. Yeah. So
yeah. I mean, that would have been dope.
But just tear down the Javits. Nobody fucking wants to go there anyway.
Yeah, for real. Fuck that shit.
But before we switch off of football.
No,
I want to say the college football championship was lovely. After it being not so lovely, because it wasn't a fun game at first. Notre Dame was getting spanked.
All right. Well,
and then they turned it into a game.
I technically have to root for Notre Dame. My cousin is from Notre Dame.
Big Hog.
Thank you, Big Hog. Shout out to Big Hog. He went to he's an Irish.
He's an Irish.
Yeah, he's an Irish. He's an Irish Hispanic. I was about to say a Mick and a Spaniard. Put that together and see what I was about to say.
Rickyard? A man?
You stupid? You're a fucking idiot.
A Manyard.
A Spanish person and a Mick.
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. I thought you were really that dumb. All right. So yes, I rooted for Notre Dame. They got smoked.
I didn't root for anybody. I guess if I had to pick, maybe I'd root for. No, I didn't really care though. I just was watching just to watch.
Just for that, we're gonna take a quick timeout.
Wait. I want to talk about the college.
But it's about football, fucker.
I want to talk about the championship game.
All right, fucker. So talk about. Why did I just turn Mexican?
I don't know, fucker.
Hey, fool.
Yeah, no. Ohio State went up pretty big in the first half.
It was like 31-7, dude.
21-7, I think.
It was 21-7? Oh, 21-7 at the half. It was 31-7 by like the third.
They tried to switch to zone after playing man-to-man, and it just wasn't the answer. They couldn't slow down Ohio State. It was actually
Ohio State is just too good.
21-7 was actually the largest deficit that Notre Dame faced all season going into the half.
Oh, man.
Which is wild. But my notes, my auto correct probably did its thing here because my note says Notre Dame couldn't get them off the girls in the first half. Couldn't get them off the field, I think is what it was supposed to say.
Field is still a fucking word. Why? Couldn't get them off the girls. They were all over.
Ohio State was 6 for 6 on third down in the first half.
Oh shit, that is too fucking funny. Couldn't do it.
But yeah, I want to say one of my favorite plays of the game, and then something I think should happen in college football, men's college football. Not there's a women's, but anyway.
Yo, can you imagine women's college football? And they're just
They should have that opportunity.
Brock Lesnar's daughter is at the fucking O-line, and she's like, you know what I mean? It'd be fire.
Yo, did you watch the whole game?
I watched about 3/4 of the game, yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if you saw the 2-point conversion where they flipped it to the wide receiver.
Yes.
That was awesome, but the entire defense completely forgot that there was people behind them because the dude was dead open in the end zone. He just caught. My grandmother could have made that call. Grandma Sue would have caught the hell out of that ball.
Hey,
it was
Cookie.
Just like the guy was just like, bam. Good. So that was an awesome play.
Every time you say Grandma Sue, I always go back to that fucking conversation.
I'll lay her out.
What would you do for the Knicks to win a championship? I'll take my grandma down, sir. Body slammer. He's like, Grandma's still lives a good life. She'll be all right. Grandma, I need a chip. Hold up. Wow. Oh, my God. That's too funny.
So anyways. Some I wanted to bring up. People have been saying on radio and whatnot that I heard a couple of people say they would prefer it go back to like a 14 playoff or 8. They don't like the 12. I think, honestly, March Madness has a hell of a thing going. I think it should just be like a 30-something bracket tournament.
Dude, you try to make everything so much more complicated.
Make it March Madness. I was actually trying to come up with names for this episode of what you would call the football bracket. Like you have March Madness, but this would take place in probably December. Also, the month off doesn't make any sense. It's really fucking annoying.
Yeah. So it would be the
December, the winter wacky.
No. I was gonna say December dumpster fire, but
no, it can't be a dumpster fire. You need it to be marketable.
Let's see. Let's do a quick little analysis. I say December. It's got to have the word December in it. December.
December. All right, Patrick. December.
The owner of the white sedan. You left your lights on.
December death match.
All right, take it easy there. Jesus Christ, what do you want to go to each other with pipes and shit?
I have no idea, but I think we should give it a shot. Screw it.
The December defense.
The name.
Okay. Oh, got it. The December debacle. Done.
Ooh.
Done. You're welcome, NFL. You're welcome, NCAA.
NFL doesn't benefit from that.
Out.
All right, now I'll give you the timeout.
Woo! All right, give me your predictions for NFC and AFC championship games for this weekend. Eagles, Washington. And you got to give me scores. You can't just give me like, they're going to win.
Commanders, 31. Eagles, 24.
Your scores and my scores are pretty close. I said Commanders, 35. Eagles, 27. Yeah. All right. Bills against the NFL refs.
I think it's refs 25. No. With everything I said.
Yeah. 27-0. Pat Mahomes, Super Bowl MVP.
I think the Bills will lose by a score. No,
it's just like the Giants.
No,
I lost again.
I actually think this is going to be the Bills' year. I think it's going to be Bills 27, Chiefs 19.
Ooh, that's a crazy fucking score. I say, considering everything that's been happening, I'm predicting Kansas City, 30-24.
Kansas City 30-24. Okay.
And finally, Pat Mahomes versus being a little bitch. What do you think?
It's tough, but I think being a little bitch edges it out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this not the guy that you just fucking vouching for?
I didn't say no. I never defended Pat Mahomes or anything like that.
Bro, you defend KC, you defend Mahomes. Just plain and simple.
Nope. I said I want history.
You defend cocaine, you defend Tony Montana. Just goes hand in hand.
If any team was in this position, I'd probably still want, like, it was even cool. It sucked ass. Let me just get that out. But it was cool seeing what the Patriots did just from a football fan historical standpoint.
Shut your fucking whore mouth.
I like history.
Never say that.
I like history.
Yeah? You about to be history in about 5 seconds, my man. You about to turn into dust.
Please.
No, but I think I definitely think it's going to be a Washington Bills Super Bowl. So those are good predictions. So it was cold as fuck with both of those games. There was snow everywhere.
It's cold right now. We have snow down here.
We got snow too.
Yeah, no, that's a given. It's New York.
Okay.
For New Orleans and Florida to have snow right now is insane.
Real quick, I'm going to give you a side story. Remember I told you that something happened to me this weekend, and it's a serious Chris story?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Here's story time. So Saturday night, I got home about 11 o'clock. We were out at Linden Frank's. And my in-laws dropped me off at the house. And I go upstairs. Mine. Yeah, mine. Okay. They drop me off, and I go upstairs, and I go to bed.
Where was Sarah?
Sarah was in Nashville at a bachelorette
party. That's right.
At Jamie's bachelorette party. Now, normal people wake up in the middle of the night, and they're thirsty. They go drink water, right?
Oh, God.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Your dumb fucking co-host goes, I'm thirsty. I woke up at 1:30 in the morning. Woke up, and I'm like, I'm really thirsty, but I don't really want water. I was like, I would really go for like a juice, like some type of juice, right? And I had gone food shopping prior to this, and I left a cranberry juice in Sarah's car.
That's very worrying that you got to go food shopping without Sarah being home at all.
Oh no, she was there.
Oh, okay.
It was before she left.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Yeah, no.
damn.
Fuck you, no. I did 6 fucking Oreo packs, shit. No, but I had left a big cranberry juice in the back seat, and I'm like, oh shit, it's still there. Let me go get it. I grabbed Sarah's car keys
At 1:30 in the morning.
At 1:30 in the morning, I put on a jacket, I put on my pants, and I put on my Birkenstocks, my beanie, and I walk out. My phone's charging. I walk out, go to the car, grab the juice, come back to the door, find out Sarah took her keys to Nashville. I'm locked out of my apartment and my building, and it was 1:30 in the morning. And I slept in my wife's car for 6 hours.
No.
Because the only people that had spare keys were my friend Dina, who her whole house is fucking full of people and they're sleeping. I don't want to wake them up. And my in-laws, who Mike had to work the next day, so I didn't want to wake him. So I slept in my wife's car for 6 hours.
But you had the car key, so you were able to turn like the heat on.
Yeah, I would turn the heat on and off. Like I would lower it, turn it back on, lower it, turn it back on. I wouldn't keep it on all night. But I was unwell because I had no phone.
Wait, did you lay down in the back seat or did you recline the front seat?
I reclined the front seat and moved it all the way back. I was not horizontal at all.
There's no way.
I looked like a fucking protractor for about 6 hours in the car.
There's no way you actually slept.
No, I slept maybe an hour. And then I had to go to my in-laws' house at 7 in the morning and wait outside for Mike to come out. And he comes out and looks at me. He goes, "What the fuck are you doing here?" I said, Can you go inside again? I literally look like a corpse, bro. I still have like bags under my eyes from that day. I literally looked at him. I was like, "Can you go inside and get the spare keys to my house?" He goes, "What are you talking about?" I said, "I got locked out at 30 in the morning." "Why the fuck didn't you knock on the door?" I said, "I don't want to wake you up." He goes, "You're an idiot." I'm like, thanks.
So wait, did you sleep in the car in your neighborhood, or did you drive over there and sleep in there?
No, I slept right in front of my house, right in front of my building. I pulled into the dental office and just knocked out. Supposedly knocked out, bro. I got home.
Oh my god!
I got home. I get into my apartment and I dropped everything in my hands. I didn't even bring in the cranberry juice. That's how fucking tired I was. The cranberry juice that I was fucking looking at, I went over there to look for.
All for the cranberry juice.
Didn't even fucking bring it inside.
Did you drink any of the cranberry juice while you were in the car?
No. I was so upset that I said, fuck the cranberry juice. I actually, you know what I did? I got a shaken espresso at 6:30 in the morning when the Starbucks by my house opened. And then I went to go pick up my keys. I was like, I need to wake up a little bit just to be able to drive to fucking Whitestone. Yeah, but that is a Chris story.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's
the only motherfucker that shit happens to is me.
That's some shit out of a movie or a show. The only time that I've driven like that tired or whatever is I went down. It was my cousin-in-law's. It was his pro day at James Madison University. So I flew down to support, but to also I had a friend who was
You flew down?
Yeah, I flew.
So you drove?
For that? No. So I had to fly into Washington Dulles Airport, and then I had to drive 2 hours because JMU is not close to an airport. Right. So flew down to support and everything and the pro day and whatnot. Mind you, I missed the pro day by 24 hours. So I flew down the day after the pro day. Cousin never hit me up like, "Yo, it was today" or whatever.
You missed it. No. He's not here.
I get there. He's like, "What's up, man?" I was like, "Good, what's up?"
Yeah, what's up?
When's the pro day? He was like, "It was yesterday." Cool.
Oh shit.
So that happens, and then we party and stuff, and then I finally go to drive back at like 3-4 a.m. to the airport. This was like 2-3. I think it was like a 5 a.m. flight, but drive back to the airport, and I'm literally screaming at myself to keep myself awake.
Dylan!
No, I'm like hitting myself. I'm like,
Ah!
ah,
Bro, I would be
ah.
in tears. I would be laughing my ass off.
It was horrifying. And then yeah, that was the worst flight of my life because it was United and the seat I could barely fit in the seat. That's how small the seats were. Thick Spanish thighs.
You do have a fucking huge pair of legs, dude.
But yeah, anyway, I guess we'll
Wow.
get back on the sports.
Yeah, let's talk a little. Since it was so cold these past few fucking nights.
The white ball with red stitches. Let's talk about that.
Who?
The white ball with red stitches.
Oh my god, we almost didn't talk about baseball that I wanted to fucking rant about. All right, same way as fuck the fucking Chiefs, fuck the Dodgers. How about that?
Oh, big facts.
Fuck the Dodgers. The Dodgers have signed 5 free agents, and I'm not talking about it's a free agent. No. Roki Sasaki,
They got
Blake Snell, fucking Tanner Scott.
They got another Japanese player, didn't they?
Yeah, Sadamasaki Mitsubishi Honda Civic. I don't know, bro, because they got so many fucking Japanese players that's turning into the Japanese fucking World Baseball Classic team.
I saw a meme or whatever. It was like, could somebody tell the whole continent of Asia that there are 30 whatever other teams or 29 other teams?
It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't understand it.
We had some New York positivity though, because Ichiro, Sabathia, and Wagner all made it into the Hall of Fame.
Yup.
That was fire.
Love that.
One of my favorite things that came out of this was Sean, who still doesn't have a nickname. We need to come up with that. Messaged us, if my phone would like to pull this up. He messaged us the thing about Suzuki or Ichiro. It was in
about the one guy.
It was in spring training in 2017. He and the coaches' room are all looking at his cell phone text messages. Ichiro told the coaches about one message he had just received from a number he didn't recognize. The guy said he'd gotten Ichiro's number from Alex Rodriguez, and he wanted to meet him but also study his stretching system. One of the coaches asked, "What's the guy's name?" Ichiro scrolled to the end of the text, and he goes, "Some guy named Tom Brady. Who the fuck is Tom Brady?"
Okay, first of all,
great story.
Let me dissect that. Tom Brady would be the fucking weirdo to ask somebody what their stretching system is.
Yeah,
Number one,
he's a
you old fuck.
Funny.
Number one. Number two, him not knowing who Tom Brady is fucking hysterical.
Fantastic.
He deserves that Hall of Fame ballot even more. Honestly, listen, having two New York pitcher greats, because both of them were just lights out for the Mets and Yankees, is a very, very good feeling, honestly. I was a big fan of Billy Wagner back in the day. I've always liked CC Sabathia. I always thought he was a very, very, very good teammate.
CC's fucking awesome.
I also watched the video of him losing out on the $500,000 bonus for finishing 7 innings every game, and instead of taking the $500,000 bonus, he decided to hit one of the players to retaliate for hitting one of his teammates. It's class act, CC. It really is, and well deserved to both guys. And of course, Ichiro. Ichiro is probably the best Japanese player since Otani. Pretty much, he's lights out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's talk a little bit of baseball. All right. The Dodgers again signed all those guys. Now they signed Kirby Yates, another reliever from the fucking Texas Rangers. So now let's count them: Sasaki, Yates, the chubby Korean dude, Snell, Scott, the Spanish guy whose name sounds like cholesterol. They signed all of them, okay? Do you know who I'm talking about?
What do you mean?
The guy who sounds like cholesterol?
No.
Okay, his name is Bruscar Gatterall.
I have no idea who that is.
It sounds like cholesterol. And then the chubby Korean dude is Hyung Soo. You know? What are the Dodgers thinking that they're gonna do?
Just gonna buy a championship again.
Right, it's like, sorry, are we looking at the fucking 2016 Golden State Warriors? What are we doing?
They were a legitimately built team.
Yeah, but what are we doing here? What are we doing?
It's insane. They're just flexing
I
their
don't
wallet.
get it.
At some point, is this just a money thing, or are they like legitimately
They have
good
$1 billion.
at getting these people?
$1 billion payroll.
Say it like that. Billion.
$100 million.
Dollars.
Like,
You sounded Indian. You're supposed to sound like
a little bit.
Dr. Evil.
No.
$1 billion.
It's freaking freezing, Mr. Picklesworth. That's Dr. Evil. Okay.
There we go.
But the Mets are still in limbo. We don't know what the fuck's gonna happen with Pete Alonso. He's probably gonna end up just taking a year deal because he's a dumbass. But the Mets did sign AJ Minter, which is a big move for the bullpen, which I love.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, AJ Minter from the Braves, which I love taking players from division rivals.
Facts.
There's been talks of the Mets possibly trading for a few players, trading for Dylan Cease, trading for apparently trading for Anthony Santander who just signed with the Blue Jays. So the Orioles lost one of their best hitters. So Baltimore as a city is just having a tough week. They're having a tough week. Truly.
Wait a minute.
What's up?
Wait, where'd the Yankees just go? Oh, these are free agents. Okay. I thought it said that the Yankees signed Rizzo, Canely, Birdie. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, no. Those are their free agents. Yeah.
Those are the people that left. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've gotten free Devin Williams, Cody Bellinger, Goldschmidt, Lysiga, Fernando Cruz.
Cruz.
Who's Alex Jackson? I didn't know we got.
It's Michael Jackson's son.
I love how it says notable subtractions. Juan Soto. It's first on the list. That's great.
Notable subtraction. Damn right, it's Juan Soto. Anyways.
But yeah, do you think it's an inevitability that Alonso stays in New York?
Listen, I think at this point he doesn't have another choice. There's not a big market for the kid. The kid got lied to. He made a terrible decision by hiring Scott Boras as his agent and having Scott Boras manipulate. He basically manipulated him.
No, what is Scott Boras? You say it every time.
Oh, he's a fucking plague.
There we go.
He's a fucking plague, and he shouldn't even be a fucking agent anymore. But listen, Pete Alonso is a good player. He's great when he wants to be. But he should have taken that 158 for 7 years.
Big facts.
He should have taken that, and he would have been happy. He would have been a Met for a long time. And now that's the end of it because there's really nothing else to say about it. The kid got lied to. He made a terrible decision hiring a new fucking agent. His agent lied to him and made him think that he was better than he was. And guess what? His fiance, who sometimes we should listen to our wives and fiancés, his fiance told him not to hire Scott Boras.
There you go.
Bingo. This is why men don't live as long as women.
Back to the Hall of Fame stuff, though. This is this is the second time in as many months, I think, that I agree with Stephen A. Smith. He's demanding the name of the person who didn't vote for each row because I guess it would have been unanimous. I guess one person didn't vote.
Yeah, it would have been unanimous.
I'm gonna have to agree with this because if people are voting just for somebody not to be unanimous, they should have their ability
their
to vote
right to
taken
vote
away.
Yeah,
should absolutely be taken away. You should not be voting based on is it unanimous or what everybody else is doing or whatever.
Absolutely.
Ichiro, in my opinion, it was a no-brainer Hall of Famer.
Yep.
I don't know if CC should have been first ballot, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. He's phenomenal. He was better when he was fat.
When he was Big CC.
Yeah, he was. He was thick with CC.
Let me get your opinion on this real quick. Okay. Out of the players that didn't get in, we're talking big names. A-Rod, Carlos Beltran, David Wright. Out of those three, do you think there's any first ballot? Out of those three.
Well, you just said that they weren't first. Are you just saying do I think they should have been first ballot?
Yes.
A-Rod, I feel like you can't because of the PEDs. Beltran, I feel like you can't because of the cheating. And I don't did maybe he did statistically, but did David Wright really do enough to be a first ballot Hall of Famer truly?
David Wright was one of the best players of his generation. He's
I
one of
know,
the
but
best
like
third basemen of his generation.
was he like statistically and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he
Yeah.
I mean, I've said this
Dude, he got
for
8% of the votes.
I think I said this when we talked
That's
basketball.
disrespectful.
That's insane. I think the best gauge to determine if someone's a Hall of Famer is to take yourself out and say, can I tell the story of baseball with or without this person?
Yeah.
Truly tell the overall.
I don't think you could tell the
baseball.
story of baseball without mentioning A-Rod.
Oh, I agree. I think he'll get. Actually, I don't know because he tainted his name. He's done a good job at cleaning it up, but
yeah,
I don't think you could tell the story without him. Without maybe you can without Beltran. No, maybe not. He had some crazy.
With Beltran,
moments.
I don't think so either because Beltran had a lot of good years with multiple teams.
He had some crazy moments. Yeah.
Yeah.
David Wright, I feel like he's a pillar for the Mets, so I think he does deserve to get in. I don't know if he's first ballot, maybe. I think he maybe because he's so soft spoken and he's so out of the spotlight is why maybe he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Yeah. Because like think about it this way, okay? Mike Piazza. Okay. Mike Piazza was probably the greatest catcher in Mets history. And never won a chip, won a few batting titles, hit a shit ton of home runs, and was a pinnacle of just consistency in baseball. Okay. He got in. So why shouldn't David Wright get in? You know? I feel like the disrespect of 8% for that, and I think Beltran got like 16%. That's ridiculous. Like how who the fuck is coming up with this
Carlos
shit?
Beltran got 70%.
70. I thought he got 16.
You have to get 75%.
Right. Like there's okay. If you had to tell the story of baseball right now, give me the three names that you would have to have on your list.
Oh, it can't be three names. That's insane. You know
the three top names
in all of baseball history.
Yeah.
I don't see. The thing is that that's such a like. This is just what I'm thinking about at the moment. There's hundreds of players that you need to tell the overarching story of baseball.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, I'll make it easier for you.
I was gonna say so. Beltran got 70. Andrew Jones was the second. Was like second out with 66.2. Chase Utley. Can you tell this history of baseball without Chase Utley? I feel like
yes, absolutely. Absolutely, you can.
He got a hair under 40.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's. I don't know what the
Chase Utley's a fucking dirty player. He's a piece of shit.
Manny Ramirez.
Manny Ramirez should be in the fucking Hall of Fame.
Only got 34. That's wild.
Fucking horrible.
Andy Pettitte only got literally.
Pettitte should be in the Hall of fucking Fame.
Pettitte only got 0.1 points under 28. He got 27.9%. That's. I mean, when you go against Wagner, Sabathia, and Suzuki, I kind of get that. Like most of the votes are going in that direction, but Jimmy Rollins, Bobby Abreu, Felix Hernandez, Dustin Pedroia. I feel like you could tell baseball without him. Mark Burley, David Wright being second to last is for some of these other names that I'm seeing. He should be at least over 20%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, but Andy Pettitte and Manny Ramirez are like that's wild that they're not.
I will give you a specific generation, the 2000s until now. Okay, if you had to give me the three names that you had to explain baseball to someone who's never
two are Yankees.
Okay, who?
Jeets and Mo.
Jeets and Mo. Okay, who's the third one?
I don't know.
One of mine is one of yours.
What era do you really consider Griffey?
Griffey is the 90s.
He's the 90s? Yeah, that makes sense. But
one of mine is one of yours, which is Mo Rivera. Absolutely. Greatest closer ever.
It's inarguable.
You can't do it. My second is Pedro Martinez.
Okay.
Pedro.
Yeah.
Pedro was lights out in the 2000s. Lights out. He was one of the best pitchers in the 2000s.
But you can't tell me or any any person that knows baseball history, you can't tell me that the story of baseball can't be told without Derek Jeter also, though.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I agree with that.
But that's what I'm saying is that doing a top three is so flawed.
The only reason why I say Pedro Martinez is because they broke a 100-year curse.
So who's your? Yeah, that's fair. Who's
You know
your
what I mean?
third? Well,
My
then you
third,
but then you could say the same about Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, anybody from that Cubs team,
yeah, you could,
because that's an even
but
bigger lift of
right,
a curse.
you could absolutely say it, which is
Because that
it's
was
right.
what 105 years or something
100,
like that.
104,
Sure.
103. I'm sorry,
Okay.
103. I think.
Yeah, so I think that like that. If you want to talk super historical things, then I feel like one of them's got to be up there.
Yep,
And they are nothing after that.
My third would probably be Greg Maddux is 90.
There's so many players; it's so hard to pick.
Yeah,
it's almost impossible. Like
Barry Bonds, maybe.
he was 90s. I feel
No, Barry Bonds was in 2000. He broke the record in 2002, 3, something like that.
Yeah, but I feel like he became pre-steroids Barry Bonds in the late 90s.
Oh, Mark McGwire.
Yeah, chicks dig the long ball. That was like he was one of the faces of that, right?
What?
Chicks dig the long ball. That whole
Mark
marketing.
McGwire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was McGwire, Canseco, Palmeiro, and Barry Bonds.
Yeah. But see, you just named 4 people that like all could legitimately be in the overarching history of it. Whatever, you know what?
Oh, see, Barry Bonds broke the record in 2007. So yes, you could.
Is that much into the 2000s? Wow.
Yeah, so you could definitely put Barry Bonds in there. So mine would be Mo Rivera, Pedro Martinez, Barry Bonds. 3 players that you have to put into a story to explain baseball to somebody.
You know what? Justin Halliday. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh shit! Honestly, I was gonna say Roy Halladay. Roy Halladay was a fucking problem.
Rest in peace. He was the one that passed away, right?
Honestly, I feel like that whole Phillies team was iconic.
They were very good.
You had fucking Ryan Howard. Fuck Chase Utley. Chase Utley can go in a ditch and die.
You had
Jimmy Rollins.
Rollins,
Ryan Howard.
I'll never forget. I saw a picture one time of Jimmy Rollins getting hit in the face by a pitch, and it's just like his whole face is caved in by this baseball and mushed. It's a wild image. Shout out to that photographer. That was insane.
who's another player that was a very underrated player in that Phillies team? Shane Victorino.
Yeah,
Shane Victorino was a fucking beast.
He was fantastic.
He was probably one of the best center fielders of that era.
You know who else is fantastic?
Who?
The Rangers lately.
Yeah, we're back.
Nope, I can't say that we're back yet.
We're fucking back, Dylan.
I said end of January I'd make my decision.
No, we are back. Continue speaking about the Rangers. I'm gonna get some cranberry juice.
It's all right. We're never gonna see Chris again. He's gonna get locked out of his car, or locked out of his apartment. Maybe he'll get locked out of his car too. Who knows? But the Rangers have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of their last 7. Recently, absolutely destroying Ottawa 5-0. That was a sick game. Sheshi gets into a fight, which was fun. Rempe scores a goal. Shout out to Sean, who told us that he has a bet.
Throwing the fucking fists was the best part of the fucking game.
Sick. He saved 20 in that game as well. Sean let us know that he has a bet that Rempe would score 3 times this season, so that's 1. It's got two to go. But we are now kind of creeping back up into the thick of things, especially after beating a team like Ottawa, who was right ahead of us and kind of a target, if you will.
Yeah.
Honestly, we've been playing some good hockey lately after being a complete dumpster fire, as you like to allude to earlier. But yeah, this is we still got some games coming up. We have Philly, Colorado, and Carolina as a homestand, as the rest of our homestand, I should say.
Right.
So yeah, we shall see. I don't know if it's still going to be Sheshi for those games or not, but yeah, you seem much more excited than me. I'm trying to temper my expectations.
Listen, I would probably balance between him and Quick for the next few games just to get a bit of rest for both. But I think that the Rangers are going to win at least 30 of the last 45 games of the season, at least. And to me, that's solid. That's okay. You know what I mean? It's better than the fucking path we were heading for, because we were heading for fucking destruction.
Yeah, yeah. It was nice. We saw Rempe score Panarin. Rempe was an outlier. Like, that's something we don't usually see. Panarin,
Mm-hmm.
we usually see him score. Lafreniere scored. Kaliev scored.
Panarin had 2, right?
No, everybody just had one. Everybody who scored had one.
Okay, I thought he had 2.
Edstrom had an assist in that. Carrick had an assist. Lafreniere had an assist. Trocheck and Zibanejad both had assists. Yeah. I mean, when's the trade deadline for hockey?
I'll tell you right now.
It is March 7th. So
you got it like a second before I got it.
I still think we got to make a move, especially if we're heading in the right direction now.
We're gonna have to get a Shawnee boy to.
Yeah, we'll bring him on,
help out.
Maybe mid-February, right as we're really getting into the thick of preparing for the trade deadline. If the Rangers don't make a move by then,
right in the thick of it.
And in the thick of it.
But yeah, man. I really hope that the Rangers continue what they're doing. I like the way they're playing.
It's been more fun lately. It's really a downer when our teams absolutely suck.
It is detrimental to my health and money to my therapist. So
me,
I
don't get any money.
Let's not.
No, I'm just kidding. The Islanders have also won 5 of their last 7.
Yeah, the Islanders. I was going to write down the Islanders have been playing pretty solid hockey.
They beat Boston 5-4.
So Long Island, you should have something to be happy with.
They beat Boston 5-4. Vegas 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised you didn't say anything. Utah 2-1.
I just let you talk at this point. The shit that comes out of your mouth sometimes is almost as bad as the shit that comes out of mine. So it's okay.
The last 3 wins have been dope. Only allowing 1 in each of those games.
Yeah.
So Utah was 2-1, San Jose 4-1, and Columbus 3-1.
They have very good stoppage defense.
Columbus had a rough time in New York. They came here, lost to both New York teams, and were told to go the fuck home.
Go home now. Leave. Get out. Goodbye. Fuck off. But no, honestly, having both New York hockey teams play well is always good.
Yeah, Horvat scored twice against the Blue Jackets.
Very nice.
So yeah, they're still bottom of their division. We know that divisions don't matter. I'm just trying to give context. But in terms of overall standings, New York is now right behind Columbus, but they are only a couple points out from. Honestly, they could, with a few good games and a few bad games from some other teams, they could jump 5-6 spots and get ahead of Tampa legitimately, because we're only 3 points behind them.
Not bad.
And what the hell are the Islanders? Oh, here they are. They're second to last. But yeah, so things are looking good. I'm tempering my expectations like I promised I would until the end of January. We will see.
Listen, it is what it is. I just hope that both these teams continue to do what they're doing, because it's obviously it's working, you know.
Yeah, big facts.
And just like that,
Unrivaled started. If you want to talk about, I don't want to maybe go into detail because it just started, but Unrivaled started. So we got our girls from the Liberty playing in that. So we'll see how that goes. The 3v3 league.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes next week, and we'll elaborate more on that. We're definitely excited to watch a little more women's basketball.
Yeah, I'm ready for them to come back.
It's been a minute.
The only thing I would say in terms of soccer, because that's not started up yet, but
kicking the ball and scoring the goal. Goodbye.
Maxi Morales re-signed with NYCFC, so that's fantastic.
Yes, he did.
I think maybe next episode. When does the season start? I know it starts somewhat soon, but we definitely got to talk schedule. They re-signed Maxi Morales. Not much other news that at least I've heard of. Okay, we have exactly a month, February 22nd. So maybe in
not bad
3 weeks or so, we can talk schedule, start talking about the outlook. about our boys at NYCFC. Also, the Red Bulls, we have to. And now that we're broadening things up, I can even more freely talk about my Charlotte teams and how much they suck. But not Charlotte FC. They're fantastic.
Oh,
I
shit.
got my brother-in-law and my two cousins that are down here on Jazz's side. We're all in agreement. We're going to go to a Charlotte Checkers game, which is their one level down hockey team, like the Thunder that we went to.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go to one of those. Hopefully in February. We
Are you
are.
gonna walk out with a jersey? I know you are. I
Yeah,
gotta,
yeah.
you gotta cop fucking
At least a
off-brand
hat.
jerseys.
Yeah.
Yeah, something.
But we want to hit a Charlotte FC game because those look so lit. But yeah, so that's gonna be a ton of fun. So I think that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah, that is pretty much it. Do you got anything to check up the deuces? Because didn't really write anything, but
No, we didn't. I think we're gonna rebrand timeout to halftime.
fine.
Yeah, I think I like the
Halftime.
idea of that. But anyway, that's some
Will there
internal.
will there be a halftime show?
Always, because this is the Any Sports Podcast, and we'll talk about anything at any given time.
But the main focus is always New York. Make sure to follow us on all socials, guys. IG,
Apparently, TikTok is
everything.
back, so follow us
Please.
there
Hell
for
yeah,
now.
TikTok's back. Follow us on fucking TikTok.
For the
We'll
next
make TikToks
90
that'll make
days,
you tick.
for at least the next 90 days, follow us.
Right, absolutely.
It might-
And just stay tuned for tonight. Cousin Matt and I going live on the IG pod. Going to the St. John's game. Let's go, Johnny Sausage Tacos.
I'll hop in on the live.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And
Hell yeah.
we'll talk during the game. That'll be a lot of fun. Everybody come through.
Hell yeah, boys. All right, I'll see y'all later. Holla.
See ya. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Chris and Dylan on the mic, straight from Queens Street. Podcast game strong, Jets, Knicks, Rangers, Murph. Mets and Yankees, dream Bronx to shade. In the city that never sleeps, sports don't play. NY faithful, we're repping our teams. Jets fly high and I pick out those dreams. From courts to fields, can't walk away. Queens talk sports each and every day. Chopped cheese breakfast, bagels by noon. Pizza slice nights over New York tune. Game stats fly while the meatball simmers. Chris with the takes, Dylan drops singers. Microphones buzzing like city lights. From Knicks brick shots to Rangers fights. Taste of NYC in every fight. Chris and Dylan, sports, talk, ignite. NY faithful, we're repping our teams.